Welcome to the Nerd Spectrum Podcast. Today we're talking top 10 horror movies. I'm Daisy.
I'm Jorge.
You say your name. No one's ever going to know who you are.
They don't even know who I am. They just need to know my voice. We're doing top 10 horror in anticipation of Greta, which is something I had no idea was coming out or what it was about, and then you showed me.
The trailer.
Yeah. Yes. What's it about? Let everybody know.
New. Everybody knew. Okay, basically it's just a story of this girl who, I don't remember her name, the character name, but it's Chloe Grace Moretz is her actress. She finds a purse on the subway and returns it to a nice old lady named Greta, and they become friends, and then she realizes Greta has some other plans. Yeah, so,
aside from being kidnapped and other weird stuff that old women can do to you, we figured this would be a good time to touch on, a broader spectrum of horror. Maybe, later down the line, we can do, top 5 demons or something. Just get real sinister. That's kind of a pun in itself.
Oh, man.
Are you...
You said demons and it made me think of one, and okay, I'm changing.
Wow, you're just on the fly changing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's this one. Oh god, pause it. I gotta rethink everything.
No, it's alright.
No, I don't have to rethink everything.
I'll start with mine, since apparently you have some stuff to work out, whether it be personal issues or personal demons. I feel like I know what you're adding, though, because of what I said.
Yeah, you probably 100% do.
So, and I can't tell based off, how you're writing this, if it's, scribble and, all over the place.
The word is scribbled, but now I'm like, but where would I put it?
Yeah, see.
Yikes, just kidding. Figured it out.
Okay. See, now that you've drawn that arrow, I think we're a little bit better, but I don't know how much better we are. You might still tell me to hold it. Are you still adjusting? What is wrong with you?
Just so I know, what the fuck I'm doing.
Are you renumbering them?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I have to know what I'm doing, Jorge. I can't. This is, god damn it.
This is why, Daisy.
Why am I like this?
This is why every time we do something scary or spooky or horror or anything, Daisy's supposed to
ruin it all.
Well, you're supposed to be in charge, but you ruin it because you love it.
Yes, because I completely forgot about it, but then I was like, this is definitely up there and deserving of my time.
This is why you need Harry Potter and Star Wars and stuff, because that is set. There's no branching out outside of I know there's anthologies, but it's still Star Wars.
But it's kind of just it.
Yeah.
As opposed to horror, there's just an endless amount of just amazing movies.
All right, so you want to start, or you want me to start? Okay, so my number 10. Real throwback, The Others.
Ah.
That movie freaked me out as a kid.
Really?
When the medium's in there and they're
Yeah, that's the one with Nicole Kidman, right?
Yeah.
And the kids?
They're, what is it, photoallergenic?
Yeah, they're allergic to the sun.
Yeah, so they can't be out. Everything's shaded. That movie freaked me out, man. When they're and then the twist.
The twist that they're the ghosts?
Oh my god.
So good.
Yeah, it was great. It blew my mind. But something about the kids screaming that they're not kids and the medium looking like a blind fucking gypsy freaked me out to no end. I could not stand watching that.
I think it was mainly really the twist that made that movie, because before that it's kind of just like any other haunted house movie where you're like, oh my god, spooky stuff is happening, but then it's like, psych, you get the other side, you don't know you're dead.
You get the other side.
Yeah, I get it. That's why it's called that.
Here's something real nerdy. I was watching that on Christmas time in elementary school.
I didn't realize that movie was that old.
Right? I was doing a nebulizer because I was on my asthmatics up.
Nerd.
So I had the mask strapped to my face, and I'm just breathing it in, just watching. I'm like, this is freaking me out. It's a good thing this thing's on because I'd be dying if it wasn't.
Nice.
Okay, my number 9. Mm-hmm. There's kind of a theme in this. There's only 2, but there's a little theme in this. Child's Play.
The original one?
Yeah, the OG.
Okay.
Chucky.
Yeah.
Your best friend till the end. No, man. This movie taught me not to trust anything that looks or resembles a human being, but isn't. So, no gnomes, no dolls. I've never owned a doll in my life. Action figures, different. Pops, they're bobbleheads.
Yeah.
There's only one consistent thing in my life, and it's sitting on a shelf right there. His name is Spot. It's given to me by my grandma.
Dog.
Yeah, little Dalmatian.
No.
But
no horror coming from that.
Okay, but I do have some hangups. As a kid, I did ask, why not just set Chucky on fire? I understand that it's probably not easy to catch him.
Yeah.
But, like, just, when you do, set him on fire. Sure. And then I never understood how these people were held at knife point by a doll. I can understand, like, when he's running around the basement and he cuts, like, the tendon on the back of your heel. The Achilles? Yeah, the Achilles. When he slices that and the person falls down the basement. Yeah, that gets me in, like, any movie. Yep, nope, that messed me up pretty bad. But, aside from, like, the weird little creepy, like, pitter-patter of his feet and, like, running around stabbing and stuff, not really scary. It's just a little weird and a little, like, makes you really wary of the dolls around you.
I don't know. I don't think Chucky's obviously that scary.
It's kind of like the idea of it.
Yeah, I guess it's the idea of it, but like at the same time, like you said, it's kind of just like you can, like I feel like that's a problem easily solved. I think the most like
don't have dolls.
Yeah, I think like the like scariest part of that is like the beginning, the fact that it's like a murderer's soul.
See, but
in
when
the doll,
we have kids, are we gonna let our daughters have dolls?
Of course.
See, I need to start planning everything that has ever been dealt with children-wise in horror. Don't let them have imaginary friends. Don't let them have dolls. Don't let them have, like, anything, basically. They can have a dog they can talk to.
Anything that has to do with, like, a child is pretty terrifying. Like, you can make it terrifying.
Yeah. They're little vulnerable little vessels for evil.
But nah, I don't... Chucky's not that scary, but, like, it's a good movie.
I don't know that it's a good movie. I think it's just the doll things, like... It's kind of like...
I don't know. I think porcelain dolls are way scarier. Like, my mom used to give me porcelain dolls. Or, like, somebody. Not my mom, because she knew that I didn't like them.
We'll kind of touch on that later.
Okay. But she gave me porcelain dolls, and I was really scared of them, so I made her keep them. Like, like she put them in her own bathroom.
My grandma used to have some of those that were lined up on shelves around her walls, and we'd stay with her. We'd watch horror movies all the time, so of course we'd sleep in the same bed as my grandma, because, like...
And you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, and then I opened my eyes and looked up, and there's just all these fucking dolls staring at me, and I was like, nope, can't do it. So that's why I started sleeping on my stomach, honestly, so I just wouldn't see them.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's like, nope, can't do it.
And I think my, like, aunts or something got me, like, porcelain dolls for my birthday, because they're like, they're so pretty, and I'm like, who would want this? Like, what child actually wants a porcelain doll? Like, this is in the 1920s.
I agree. All right, so my 8?
Yeah.
Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Okay, that's a hold.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know if, like, that would be there, or like the OG Exorcist would be there for you, but...
It was a toss-up. I did think about it.
Because you said franchise, and I was like, well, there's several franchises you could add, but I don't know.
Okay, so... Well, funny, you speak of franchises.
Oh, God.
Because my number 10 is Final Destination.
That's a horror?
Yeah.
Really?
I think so.
Like, I guess kind of... Like, I see why they'd put it in that category, but I guess because there's not a face, you don't really think about it that way.
It's death.
Who's scared of dying?
Like, literally everybody.
Look, that's just another adventure waiting to happen, man.
Oh, shut up.
Okay, so Final Destination, why?
Well, I specifically put the first one, as, like...
The good ones. Like, the first 3 maybe were, like, the best, and then
the first 3 were the best, yeah. The fourth one, that was, like, the race car one, right?
I think
when they went to see, like, NASCAR.
Whatever the last one was also good, because...
The last one was good.
It tied into
that was it. Because there's only 5, where it was...
There's 6.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there is, aren't there?
No.
Bet.
There's the first one, that is the plane. The second one, that is, What the fuck is the second one?
The second one is... The car. That's why nobody drives behind.
Oh, yeah. The logs, the highway.
Oh, you're
right.
The third
one is the third one's the roller coaster. The fourth one's the NASCAR, and then the fifth one is the bus on the bridge.
Yeah. Okay.
Literally all of them are really good in my opinion. Besides that fourth one, the NASCAR one, because that one just kind of like, just got a little much.
They made it 3D. A dude gets sucked into a pool.
Yeah.
The NASCAR thing was all out of whack. Was the third one... The third one had the sunbathing one, right? Not the sunbathing, but the tanning...
Yes, oh my god.
Oh my god, yeah, that freaked me out real bad.
Yeah, the third Final Destination was actually the first one that I ever saw.
Okay.
And it really freaked me out.
No joke. You know what made me sad about Final Destination? Claire died in the second one.
Yeah.
I was real pissed.
Because I was like, she's gonna live.
Right. She put herself in an asylum and everything.
She understood. No.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, let me go out and, like, try and save these people. But I just like it because it's like the idea that like if you're gonna die, you're gonna die. There's
like,
no escaping it.
There's no stopping death from coming for your
like,
ass.
sorry, bitch. Like you can like run away for as long as you like want, but like he's coming. He's gonna get you one way or another. Like, don't fight it. And I like that because it also plays on like destiny and like fucking with it, especially with that last one where like you can steal someone else's time if you kill them. Mm-hmm. I really like that concept, and I think that's
dark.
It is dark, but I think that's what like because after the fourth one, I think that's like because that one was the Final Destination, which was also a hint to it being like a prequel, instead of a sequel. But I think that is like what saved it into just not being just another Final Destination movie. It was like the new idea of like, if you kill somebody and you're okay with killing somebody, you get their time. But it's also like, but psych, if that person has cancer and they're only supposed to live 2 more weeks, you also only live 2 more weeks.
See, but there's so many weird rules because in Final Destination 2, with Claire, when they go find the candy man, I can't remember the actor's name right now.
Yeah, the mortician.
Yeah, he was like, new life can stop death. And it's like, how many shields do you get, man? You can murder. You can keep popping out babies.
Yeah.
Like, how many passes are there? Blows my mind. But I don't know. I guess I get why that's kind of horrifying. I do understand, like, people are legitimately scared of, like, what happens after death.
Yeah. And it was all, like, accident-based. And it was all, like you said with the truck, like, that's, like, after that movie, nobody goes behind anything, like, that has a stick that coming out. Because, like, these are all, like, real world, like, very, like...
Some of them are real world.
Okay, some of them are real world.
The first 3.
But a lot of them are, like, just normal-ass things that could totally happen in real life.
The bridge one I find a little implausible.
That actually happened.
Did it really?
Yeah, bridge collapsed. That was real. That was based off a true event. Like, I don't remember when it happened, but I think it happened.
Is that the Mothman thing?
No, it happened in, like, California, I believe. One of their bridges collapsed.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Which one. But, it actually happened.
But when's the last time you heard of a bridge collapsing?
I mean, in modern time, no. None time.
See?
But that was also, like, it's a prequel. The first one came out in, like, early 2000s, so, like...
I guess, but
it's not wrong.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, so number 9 is the Blair Witch Project.
That's not on my list.
It's not.
I considered putting it on my list.
Yeah, because you asked me.
Well, that's not why I didn't. It's just, like, I get what it did. I respect that, but it's not... It wasn't scary enough for me. It was kind of just like...
I can get why it's not scary for you.
That seemed more like it falls to thriller than horror, where it's just like, you're in the woods, and then there's like so many things kind of ruin it when it's like people try to figure it out, where it's like, no, obviously the 2 guys tried to murder the girl, and blah blah blah. And
yeah, but I feel like that theory, like in the movie, like once you like think about it, it actually makes a lot of sense. And like,
but like you don't want that in a horror.
Well, yeah,
movie.
Of course you don't want it. You want it to be something supernatural. You want it to actually be the switch. But like that also like is really interesting. But maybe that's just because I really like true crime.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, weirdo.
But like overall, the movie's really good. I like when it came out, nobody freaking knew if it was real or not. Everyone was trying to go into the woods and be like, "Hey, Blair Witch, she lives here."
Yeah.
Freak out a little bit, and it's like subtle horror. Like no one likes to get like fucked with.
I don't think I have any. Now that you say that, I don't think I have any subtle horror.
We have very different tastes when it comes to horror movies. Clearly.
Yeah, obviously. But yeah, I respect the Blair Witch. I appreciate the Blair Witch. I think the true crime thing ruined it for me, to be honest, because I heard that before I actually watched it. Like when I was older and I could remember it. I saw it when I was little, but like. Seeing anything when you're little, you don't
really, it isn't.
It's just like, don't go to the woods, essentially.
You gotta, like, revisit it. Yeah, I think I made you watch it.
You did. And then we watched the second one?
Oh, that one was horrible.
Right after?
Like, it wasn't bad if they had just let it be its own thing.
The execution, not good. The idea, sure.
Besides, like...
And it was a surprise, because, like, I think at San Diego Comic-Con, it was, like, it wasn't the Blair Witch at first.
Yeah, it was, like, called something else.
Yeah, I don't recall
the tie-in didn't come until, like, later on.
Yeah.
But, like, if it was just, like, Blair Witch, there's a new set of people trying to investigate type of thing.
As opposed to a brother.
As opposed to a brother trying to find his lost sister. Like, I think that's what ruined it.
Yeah, I agree. What are we at now?
My 8.
Okay.
I know this is it's Halloween.
Which Halloween is it?
The original.
Okay, then that's a...
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god, Daisy, we do this every time where I'm like, you have one wrong opinion for top 10. This is my
wrong opinion?
This is your wrong opinion. Okay, so my 7, Paranormal Activity.
Okay, I don't have that.
You don't? No. I thought that's what you were adding when you said demons. Wow. Okay, I liked Paranormal Activity. For a budget of... It wasn't even $1 million. Mm-mm. It was like 11,000.
Yeah. It was like...
They got some nobodies... Nothing. They got cameras and pulleys, and they made such a wild horror film.
I think, like, the franchise, there's, like, certain movies in it that I really like, but the first one isn't my favorite. I think it's just kind of...
Is it because it's simple?
Yeah, it's just too simple for me, which is, like, I get it, and, like, it's really good, and it definitely, like, revitalized, like, the genre.
It brought back found footage.
Yeah, and and that's good, and they did found footage in, like, a really good way, because there's a really, like... With, like, Cloverfield, like, there's a bad way to do found footage.
You didn't like Cloverfield?
The camera was way too fucking shaky. Like, the movie, good, but the shaky cam? But, like, literally the shaky cam the entire goddamn time is what ruins it. Like, people legit get motion sickness from that. Not me, thankfully, but, like, it was too much, and it's just, like...
Sounds like a bunch of weak stomachs to me.
Sorry. But Paranormal Activity did... I think they did do, like, found footage really well.
It was Blumhouse's first big hit, right? That was a long time ago, too.
Yeah, that was in, like, 2007, probably.
It wasn't that old, was it?
Mm-hmm. We were in middle school.
Were we really?
Yeah. When the first one came out?
I thought we were in, like, freshmen, at least.
I think we were in, like, 8th grade.
Bananas. I should not have seen that.
No.
It was rated R.
But I think I like the... second and third one better.
There's more story to it, so I understand that.
Yeah.
Because the first one, it's literally just like, there's been some weird stuff. It's just
this.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But I think they did really well, like, building the franchise from just that.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, making it, like, a cult
They
thing.
should have stopped it at 3, though. I don't think they should have gone further.
The third one's when they, like, it was, like, the prequel where they're little girls, the sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah, after that was shit.
It got real weird.
And then the, like, real Mexican one.
What was it?
The Chosen ones or something like that?
The marked ones.
Yes, the marked ones. That wasn't terrible.
They just stereotyped the hell
out
of
it. But it was just, like, real crazy.
It was a little cringy.
It wasn't the worst, but it definitely wasn't the best.
You don't think that one was the worst one? I think the marked ones were the worst one. And then Paranormal Activity 4 with Ryan Laserbeam.
The one with the girl.
The blonde girl.
Like, the neighbor. And she thought her little brother was... Or she thought the other kid was Toby.
Yeah.
Or some shit, but it was, like, ended up
His
being
name was Hunter.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That one's the worst.
That is not the worst.
I think that one's the worst.
There's, like, some decent... There's story progression because you see all the witches surrounding her house and stuff. I think that was
At the end?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
but, like, that compared to the weird, stereotypical Mexican ones, it's just, like, eh.
Yeah, but there's, like, some truth to that.
I take...
In, like, the superstitiousness of Mexicans.
No, yeah, okay, I'll give you that. But, yeah, Paranormal Activity, the original, great. They rented a house. They rented a house. They really got to you, or in my opinion, no one likes their foot hanging over, or their hand hanging over the edge. Yeah. And Katie did that once, and what happened? Mm-hmm. She got dragged right the fuck out.
Everyone's worst fear.
So that, I was I slept in the center of the bed that night, and I was like, nope, not the ground.
You're like, nothing's happening.
Yep. That's my 7, right? So my 6, I don't know if you'll consider this a horror. I think the first one is a horror, and then it got out of whack.
Okay.
The Purge. Yeah, I saw that. You literally, like, your face was just like, what? Like, I need to compute that for a second.
Like, I can see why it would be horror, but I think it's more of a thriller movie. The first one?
Yeah, the first one. Because the first one was marketed as a horror, because they just put out, like, commercials where it was, like, commencing the Purge, and it's, like, all crime is legal.
See, okay, I think the mistake, not even the mistake, because now in hindsight, I think they did do it correctly, doing the first one being, like, the house, and not really knowing anything about the Purge. Because I know a lot of people liked the concept of it, but then because it was just a focus on a singular family and just, like, them inside their house, people were like, there's this cool concept, and then you ruined it. And then you actually get what you wanted in, like, the second one.
I didn't like outside. Yeah, but they also, with the second one, it started getting super political.
No, it wasn't until...
The third one was election year. That is correct.
Oh, okay, no,
but
yeah, you're
there
right.
was already essentially a pseudo, like, Black Panthers going around liberating.
I got you. But I think
but Frank Grillo kicked so much ass. Yeah. What was Crossbones in Avengers. Mm-hmm. They're always just like, play a badass. And he's like, all right, man, I'll kill some people.
Yeah, but I think the way they ended up doing it, like, now after seeing all of them, it makes more sense, because if you started with, like, the second one, where it's like you see what the outside is like during the purge, and like you get that madness, like you come in swinging hard, and like what is there left? But like with the idea of like, this is the purge and this is what we do, but we're just going to focus on this one family who is like wealthy and they can actually afford to like keep themselves safe,
that happens to have a decent young boy that's
like willing to put his life and everybody else at risk, because you're like, you get the idea of what the hell is going on, but you don't get the whole thing, so it keeps you wanting more. So it was smart on their part to start it that way, so that they could actually get people to come to see the second one.
I'm not gonna lie, all these movies feed into like my paranoia as a human.
Yeah.
This, because, you know, it's always like love thy neighbor and bullshit like that. You know, the Bible teaches you a lot of good stuff. To trust your fellow man. This did not help when all the neighbors came over and were like, you're such a bitch, I hate you.
You're like, they were like, you know what, we're gonna take this opportunity, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, blew my mind. It was crazy. And then like the brutality of like the teens, which is like honestly not too far off. There's a lot of crazy fucked up people out there. But like, ooh. And I'll never forget, I laugh. But like, I laugh because I really can't stomach it. When it's like, the purge hasn't finished yet. But it's morning time.
Oh, and the mom like slams her face off the table.
Oh my god, that's so brutal. And I'm like, ugh, I cringe because the blood, like the bludgeoning of it is just like so. Yeah. It hurts me to see.
I loved it because she was like, "You're not fucking this up. Sun's about to start, and then you try it. Like, bitch, I'm coming for you."
Oh my god, yeah, that messed me up. But so I thought The Purge was a good horror standalone. I think when they started pushing like towards political stuff, I know that I like understand the message and I'm down with that.
It's a little reflective of the times.
Yeah, it's just like,
I think it makes sense. I think
think it was a weird direction to take that franchise.
Yeah, because what was it? It was the second one, and then it was election year, and then
the first Purge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which we haven't seen that.
But like
yet.
after all, but like even.
But even like in the big, like the first one was like, we made it for like our own political gain.
Yeah.
Feed out the poor, whatever.
And they're like really, the first Purge is like, in the promos, it's like they're not killing each other, just doing drugs and partying. Release the government agents. And it's just like,
they're gonna start the killing.
Yeah, it's like, dude, what the hell, man? Like,
I don't know. I mean, you're not as informed with like in tune to politics as I am. So like, it makes sense to me, and like I get it, and it like it is very like kind of indicative of some people.
Yeah.
Especially now. So I like it, but I get like if that's not your cup of tea, or you don't really care about politics and you don't want to be involved, you don't really want that in your movie if it's already like in your everyday life all the time. Because people go to the movies to escape from real world shit. You don't want that thrown in there too, but...
Especially horror, man.
Yeah, but overall it's good. I liked it. First one was good.
So, I know this is probably going to be a hold.
What are you on, 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scream.
Yes, that's all.
Okay. I understand.
Okay. My 7?
Yeah.
The Conjuring.
Not on my list. Is that what the demon was?
No.
What the fuck is the demon?
You're gonna know it as soon as I say it.
Okay. Conjuring. I loved it.
I liked it.
It was not a continuation of Insidious, despite the fact that, what's his name? Patrick Wilson.
Patrick, yeah.
He's literally all of James Wan's films. He's an Aquaman, for crying out loud. Like, James Wan won't let him go.
He's just like, I really like this dude.
Yeah, he's like, we vibe well. So, you're my spirit animal, Patrick.
Yeah, I really like The Conjuring.
I remember the promo for it. The clapping.
Oh my god, it got me so much.
There's like one iconic commercial to like almost all of these horror movies where it's like...
And it just like...
Yeah, it just sticks with you.
And I was just like, oh god.
Yeah.
It was like any clapping around that time, I freaked the fuck out. And I was like, oh no.
Somebody comes behind you, clap, clap.
And it's like, what kind of kids play a fucking game where you basically play Marco Polo, but like with claps? Like... That's weird.
Maybe easier than, or maybe it's harder than Marco Polo. Maybe they got really good at Marco Polo. I don't get why any of those movies, I don't get why people go to the attic. Like, why do you got to go to the attic? Why do you go to the basement? Like, stay out of those places.
Those should not exist.
That was supposedly based. No, yeah, because it's
based on a true story.
It's the Warrens, right? Mm-hmm. Like all the Conjuring films are like
case.
Special Warren cases.
Yeah.
There's a book out there. You should get it. Read it.
About that?
The Warrens, like Lost Files. That's why that dude
there's a lot of controversy around the Warrens, though.
Yeah, but like that's why the guy. It wasn't the Warrens that were suing Warner Bros. Though. It was no,
I just mean like even back then when they were doing these original cases, there's a lot of controversy.
Really?
With a lot of their cases. I can send you a video about it.
Okay, I won't watch it tonight, but you know.
Yeah, they're just very controversial, and back in the 70s when all of this was actually happening, mm-hmm. It was a lot of people just said that they were doing it for money and like the spectacle of it. Mm-hmm. So there's that. But like I still think that they're cool.
OG Ghost Hunters? Like how could you not?
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, sure, like, maybe some of it, especially, like, because the Amityville Horror is, like, their first big case to, like, mm-hmm. kind of put their names out there.
Did the Amityville Horror movies ever have ghost hunters? Or they were, like, low-key, like, Warren cameos, you know what I mean? Like, characters were, like, named Warren, but they weren't ever studded or anything like that?
Not that I know of. Most of I think, like, all of the Amityville Horror movies mainly center around the original, like, murders that happened there and then the family that moved in afterwards. Because the original family that moved in after was a husband and wife. They were both writers. They were like...
I know, like, the gist of the story.
I think they're actual horror writers. And then they kind of were like, all these things are happening. And then that's when the Warrens came in to also investigate and they helped them write a book or vice versa or something like that.
Interesting.
So that happened.
This was kind of the start off for another connected universe.
Yeah.
The Conjureverse, if you will. Where what we have? Conjuring.
The Conjuring
2. Mm-hmm. Annabelle.
All the Annabelles.
Annabelle Creation.
Mm-hmm.
The Nun. They're making a third Conjuring, and they're also making
another Annabelle.
And then
the Crooked Man.
The Crooked Man, which makes no sense. That
one doesn't really need one. Like I guess I get why the Nun, because
Valak the demon.
Like that makes sense.
The Crooked Man.
And aren't they making another one? That's like, aren't they doing? Isn't the third Conjuring? No.
The third Annabelle's the Night at the Museum with the Warrens.
Okay, that's what I was thinking
That comes out this summer.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was thinking of. I was like, I knew there was one with their little, like, room where they keep all their evil stuff, which is an actual museum that you can go visit.
Imagine that pitch, though. Just like, think Night at the Museum, but demons. That sounds so
dope.
Nothing
but paranormal.
Right? Oh, it's going to be horrifying.
Yes.
You're going to close your eyes.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, The Conjuring's scary. Well... I think the first time. Especially because, like, that one scene where, what's her first name?
Who?
The Warren lady.
Vera Farmiga?
No.
Her actress?
No, I like her actual, like...
I don't remember the Warrens' names.
Me neither.
I'll Google it real quick.
Please.
But Vera Farmiga's character?
Yes.
For the time being.
That scene where she, like, where they first get to the house and she's kind of walking and getting a sense of, like, what is there. And she's outside by the tree and then there's just that fucking body behind his, whenever he comes.
Oh, yeah.
To, like, be like, you okay or whatever. And then there's just a hanging body. Like, it was so scary.
Yeah, there's a lot of tripped outs. Ed and Lorraine.
Ed and Lorraine. God.
Something spooky like that. Lorraine.
Yeah, but that's really scary. And then the whole, like, it's an entire field that you're like, it goes back to, like, the 1800s. Like, I love that shit.
Yeah, there's never gonna be a millennial fucking ghost. Now. I refuse to believe at this point that we're, like, so spiritually in touch or, like, into, like, a religion that we're gonna haunt this fucking place.
I mean, do you think ghosts have choices, though?
Kinda. I mean, like, you harbor negativity, right? So you
right, because everyone always says that, like, ghosts are, like, a result of, like, unfinished business.
Yeah. Just stop having unfinished business.
You don't choose to have unfinished business, though.
Cross your T's, dot your I's. It's not hard, man. Get some closure. I believe in you. Okay. What's next?
What are we doing?
Is that your 6?
Yes.
Okay, so now we're my 5, right?
Wait, hold on. Shh, because I rewrote this. No. That wasn't my 6. That was my 7.
Okay.
Wait. 10, 9, 8.
1, 2. Did you miss
7,
number?
6, 5. No, I'm confused.
I did my 5.
How do we do this?
Well, I'm down to my last 4.
Okay, then I'll go to that.
Okay.
Or I'll go until my 4.
What did you write? What?
I think it just all... See, this is why I had to rewrite the numbers. So I didn't get confused. But look what happened. I got confused. Okay, whatever. 7 was The Conjuring, so 6 is It. The 2017 version.
That's not on my list.
Okay.
I don't think that's a surprise to you.
It shouldn't be a surprise to anyone because I fucking love that movie. And I've said so many times why I love that movie. I will admit that it is not as scary as people were expecting it to be. Because it wasn't. But that's not why I love it.
It being Pennywise or the movie?
The movie.
No, I think that this one was really good as far as horror goes because unlike a lot of horror where you're kind of just like freaked out by the villain or like they kind of suffocate you with that feeling of being prey to something bigger, this made you empathize a lot with the characters, which is not something you generally do in horror. Like,
you don't really have that time to.
Think about the movie, like outside of The Exorcism of Emily Rose, because that's also kind of like a personal thing. The Purge, Paranormal Activity, Scream, Child's Play, like none of those do you ever really relate to the main character.
Yeah.
Maybe Child's Play with Andy, where it's like everybody's been a kid and their parent doesn't believe them, but like, there's never been a killer doll in your life. Let's be real. So I do admire that as far as this movie goes, that it did do that for the characters. It really made you care for them.
Yeah, it's just because most horror movies like focus on the horror aspect, obviously, and like to scare you. You don't have that character build up to actually like really give a shit about whoever's being haunted. You're just like, oh my god, please don't die. Like, you know, it's more of like an anxiety thing and less of a like, oh, I actually really like this character, like please do not any harm come to them. But it does the opposite. Like, you get to know them and you get to know like what they're scared of and like their lives, and you know,
you see them like bond to each other. And then really you just kind of want fucking Billy to finally find Georgie. Like at the end when they all just hug him because he finds the raincoat, and it's like, oh,
and then it's like
that hurts.
he finally gets that like closure that he needed because he was holding on to hope.
See, he crossed his T and dotted his I.
Oh my god,
he won't be haunting this place.
Okay, anyways, because I've already talked about it so many times, so many different times before, we don't really need to go into it as much because I talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
So my number 5, this is the demon one I added in. The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Okay. So, yeah.
That movie fucked me up.
Everybody's woken up at 3 a.m. and been like...
So many times. Like, after I, like, even when I don't even need to watch that movie, and I just think about it, and I'm like, I need to be asleep by 3 o'clock. Like, it's, oh my god.
The witching hour.
It was
come for your ass.
Yes, it was such a scary movie. Like, oh my god, it was horrible, and I loved it. And especially because I grew up Catholic, man. Like, this is all shit we believe.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that. All the exorcisms are Catholic, aren't they?
Yeah, basically. Catholics are really into that demon shit, you know?
It's based off what is it, Annalise?
No.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? There's like a specific hold on, I got you. There's a specific case that's like...
Oh wait, no, I was thinking about The Exorcist, like the OG one.
No, yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about?
No, it was also based on a true story.
My headphone just like heard something and I was like, what the hell was that? Annalise Michelle. Where they thought that they were starving her and like all sorts of weird shit.
Yeah.
Which is why there's a case against it, right? Because that was like such a weird thing to introduce as far as like...
I thought that was a really like interesting like way of going about it though.
As a kid, I was thrown off. I was like, are they suing the demon mom? Like, what's going down here?
Dumb.
It didn't make sense.
No, she was already dead.
Right? Yeah, it didn't make a lot of sense to me. I was just like, what happened? Their story is starting in the middle. It's like, I'm gonna use that with Star Wars.
I just really liked it because, like, I have no idea how old I was when I first watched it, but I was definitely too young to watch it.
Because it scarred you, clearly.
Oh, hell yeah. But I think, like, the biggest thing from, like, that you get from that, and, like, one of the big points that they want to come across is that, like, the devil, I guess, or the demon, whatever you want to say, chose Emily because her faith was so strong.
Yeah, that was another thing. Whenever she's, like, bleeding and the woman comes and visits her in her dream and says, like, you can let go. I know it was Mary.
The woman.
Well, she didn't say it was Mary, right? She's just like, I dreamt and I saw a woman and she visited me and said, like, all this could be gone. We all knew
who she was. She's Catholic.
They can't specify that because, you know. I swear
that they did. Anyways, yes, whenever Mary came and was like, I'll take you with me, like, you get your sweet release, and she was like, no, I have to see this through.
Yeah, that made no sense to me. I was like,
me neither.
I was like, why didn't...
What? I was like, get out of there, just die, but, like, whatever.
Oh my god. That's messed up a little bit.
But, I mean, I guess, like, it was a test, or if you, like, you know...
It could have been a test. It could have been the devil.
It could have been. You never know. But it could have been God being like, do you believe it? My child,
you've suffered enough, please.
Yeah, or it could have also been like, do you continue to suffer? Like, let me see how far you're willing to go for me, type of thing. Which is real fucked up, but you know, that's religion.
Old Testament level shit, man.
Yeah. But like, I think like that was the most interesting part for me as a kid was like, basically like no one's safe. It doesn't matter like how religious you are, how like deeply into it you can be, you can still be a victim. And I thought that was really cool because she was just so in her faith, and that's like one of the reasons that he targeted her was because she was so like deeply religious. And it was like, he's like, I'm gonna break you, I'm gonna make you wish that you never believed in God.
I stand a little bit on the opposite side where it's like, you say no one's safe. I'm like, you're an atheist, you're safe.
I mean,
you'd be that asshole that's like, door open, wind, whatever, it's fine. It was already open. Or you're oblivious enough not to notice, and the ghost just finally, it's like, fuck it, I'm tired of this. Like, I can't do it. I can't keep trying, and I don't get appreciated. You're like,
nothing's gonna freak this girl out. I'm out of here.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't get any attention. They blame the dog. It's like, it doesn't make sense. I'm out. Whereas, like, me, super paranoid, the other day I thought I heard knocking on the front door. My mom said it was Maudie. I'm not sure how much I buy into that, because it was like 5 or 6 in the morning when I heard it. So maybe she was up. I don't know her life. But yeah, so I don't know. I went to bed. I was like, I'm not dealing with this shit.
Yeah.
And what was it? 2 or 3 days before we heard like something in like the attic. Mm-hmm. So I really wasn't fucking around with. It's like, I'm not in the mood for this. I can sleep. My dog will keep me safe. I trust her.
I just love that movie because it genuinely frightened me, and I was like, oh my god.
And it made you afraid of a time.
And it makes you afraid of a time at night. Like, so scary. And it's just like, it was so good because they also gave you like Emily's perspective, but also like that detective that was like working on her case. Mm-hmm. And like by her trying to investigate this, she also had to deal with some like spooky supernatural shit as a repercussion. I thought that was really cool.
Stay away from evil shit, man. That's just... You hear
That's just it, man.
You hear demons, don't mess with it.
I mean, she didn't really...
You're a detective, you have to investigate? Yes, you have to.
Oh, I meant like Emily. She was in college, you know. She was just trying to sleep.
Yeah, well, you know. Don't sleep either. Okay. That actually comes up later, but anyway.
So... Ha, I know what you're talking about, because same.
Okay, so what, were my 4? Because my 5 was Scream, and you said hold that.
Yeah.
4. Mm-hmm. Dead Silence.
That's not on mine, but that is a good movie. Also freaked me out.
It literally takes away the one release you get in horror. Everyone screams in a horror movie.
Yeah, like that's your
release.
Yeah.
That's all you get. It's just
like you don't get that. And I like remember like whenever the movie first came out, like seeing the
Billy the dummy, the poster.
No, like the trailers.
Oh, okay.
On TV. Mm-hmm. And it being like, you can't say anything and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, and I didn't watch the movie until I got older, but I remember the trailers because...
Did you watch it with me for the first time?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
When we watched it, horrible. But like, I remember the trailer coming on and like my little like brain, like my child brain being like, would I be able to just not fucking say anything?
Maddie and I would try and jump at each other.
And not? Oh
just
my god.
To see who would scream. Ooh, there's a reason I raise a hand every time somebody comes out of a corner and tries to scare me. It's just like, after so many like attempts with that, where it's just like one of us is gonna fucking die. Yeah, no, I was like, I don't trust. Anything.
But I would always think about it. Like, as I was going to sleep, I would be like, if this fucking puppet comes at me, like, am I strong enough to just hold my tongue and like literally not do anything? Because I don't think I am.
And it was so weird because like, it does the opposite of Insidious. Insidious with like the heavy strings and like all the crazy noise and stuff.
Yeah, it's like the lack of.
You hear like sound be taken away. It's like The Last Jedi when Holdo crashes the
and it's just like it gives you that impact where it's just like
you just hear
yes,
and it's like, what the fuck is going on?
It's just so scary, but it's so good. And it also, I think it plays on like at least kids our age. It definitely played on the whole Goosebumps.
Oh, yeah, Slappy?
Yeah. Because I definitely watched, like, the Goosebumps, the, like, Night of the Living Dummy.
The trilogy?
Whenever that was coming out, because, like, Blockbuster was still a thing, so I got, like, the Goosebumps, like, VHSs, and I'd watch them. And let me tell you how many times I woke up not wanting to open my eyes because I was like, Slappy's going to be on my dresser, and I do not want to see that.
I never had that fear. I had the rated R version, which was I would open my eyes, or I would wake up, keep my eyes closed, because I'm like, I'm going to turn over, and Billy is going to be standing right over me with his jaw open, meaning that she's in the room, meaning I can't make a goddamn sound.
Yeah.
And how do I do that?
You're just like, I can't.
Yeah.
Not.
No. Fuck. Yeah. That movie, man. That movie messed me up so bad.
Some good shit.
So now I don't scream. I just swing. Because I'm not here to fuck around.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Dead Silence. Great movie. Horrifying. Introduced me to Aiden because We Sleep Forever was on the soundtrack. Mm-hmm. Good emo band.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
Yes.
Year 4?
My 4 is The Grudge.
I considered putting that on, but I haven't seen it in such a long time. So
you couldn't really remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously remember the noise.
Yes! Like, oh my god.
The little boy with like the cat noise. I remember, yeah.
That's just some creepy shit. I know the Japanese version, like the OG, is like so much more terrifying than the one that we got.
That was like the introduction to not introduction to the Chinese versions of things, but like, that was when like we were starting to take their ideas and adapt them.
Yeah.
To Western civilization. Yeah. And we got that weird influx of like,
some creepy ass shit.
What was the photography one? Shutter. You got like...
Oh my god, I remember that.
Yeah, you got Shutter. You got the phone one. Mm-hmm. One Missed Call.
Yes.
One Missed Call.
That was also good, in my opinion.
One Missed Call, Shutter, The Ring, and The Grudge. Mm-hmm. You got like...
Were the main ones, I think.
Yeah.
That were like successful. Because I know that they kind of sucked at some adaptations.
Yeah. But Sarah Michelle Gellar, right?
Yeah. The Grudge. Freaked me out.
Go. I don't remember a lot of it, so you're going to have to walk me. She's a caretaker, right? Mm-hmm. That's how it starts.
To, like, an old lady. And then it just, like, shit happens. But it's just, like, it's the same, like, thing, or the reason, like, the same reason why I'm scared of The Ring is just, like, the girl. And just, like...
The physical manifestation, not necessarily...
Yeah, like, the rest of it, just, like lightly being fucked with until it's just like right there in front of you.
Yeah.
It's just what gets me. It's just like, and the hair too, like that's just not a good thing for me. It really freaks me out, but like some good shit. I am curious about like what the original version is, since I know that the one, like the Americanized version, is like super toned down, like how fucked up could it be? But I also don't want to watch it for that exact reason.
I did hear on Screen Junkies there was a screening of, there's a movie that exists out there that is The Ring versus The Grudge.
Oh my god.
And it's like, they hash it out. They fight. Like, the Grudge gets into the tape, or like the tape gets absorbed into the Grudge. And then Samara and fucking...
That's just something I can't take serious.
Yeah. It sounds like something straight out of Scary Movie 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
what the heck?
Yeah, I don't know why, but they chose to do it.
I mean, all right, okay.
You connect your horror verse.
Oh, I don't think that's something. Maybe if I watched that, I wouldn't be scared anymore. Because that just sounds ridiculous.
Probably not. But yeah, I get you. The corrupting factor is what kind of freaked me out about The Grudge. Like, the kid obviously freaked me out, the noise freaked me out, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. The trailer, she's washing her hair in the trailer, right? And then the hands come out the back of her head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that also freaked me out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, like, that kind of stuff messed me up. But the corruption factor, because, like, I think by the third one, it's, like, moved to the U.S. Mm-hmm. And, like, it's just a plague spreading. That kind of messed me up. Where it's just, like, this thing, like, just stays with you so long that eventually you kill until you have to kill yourself.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Yeah. Not a fan of all that. And like I said, I haven't seen it
in a while. Maybe we should rewatch, but maybe not, because then I won't be able to sleep.
Yeah, probably not.
Right. You're 3.
All right, the big 3.
Oh, boy.
I don't know if this will be a hold.
Okay.
Insidious.
It is.
Really?
Yeah.
What? All right. What's your 3?
My 3 is Scream.
Okay. Wow, I'm surprised it's that low. Yeah. I thought it would have been your number 1.
Well,
I know you hold that film in such high regard.
Because it's just such a good movie. But
Wes Craven fucked up the slasher films by calling out every single trope.
Yeah.
And then every other movie that tried to turn tropes on their head never worked.
Exactly, but it's just like it makes it such a one of a kind. Like, it accomplished something so like great, I guess, and then everybody after tried to like copy it and like poke fun at itself and like the horror genre. But I don't think anything else did it well until Cabin in the Woods.
But that's not on your thing.
It's not.
I'm kind of... Randy Meeks is the character. Sorry, I was Googling because I know his name was Randy, but I want to know who he was. Yeah. Jamie Kennedy, that's what it was. Yeah. Most iconic horror character, in my opinion. One of the, most iconic Randy? Horror dude.
Yeah.
Where he's definitely.
Because he's just so fucking self-aware of all of it.
The rules?
Yes!
And then, he's in every following film minus, the fourth one. He's finally out for good.
Yeah.
Which was a little disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to have, another last will and testament of Randy if he, he's
my God,
we in the fourth one? This is a saga.
But it's just so good, and it's just, I don't know. It, made fun of itself, but it wasn't, goofy. It was, a serious, it was still serious in what it was doing and being, a slasher, someone's coming after you, killer thing.
They had I heard that part of the marketing, part of, It's Brilliant marketing, mm-hmm. is that, what's her name? The first chick to be killed.
Drew Barrymore?
Yes. They put Drew Barrymore on the poster and stuff to attract people.
That makes sense.
And then they killed her immediately. So once because you already paid for your ticket, you already didn't see it,
yeah, you can't leave.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not gonna leave. They
needed a big name to put on it, so they put Drew Barrymore on, and they killed her off immediately for that reason.
I love that.
Isn't that brilliant?
Yes.
It's crazy.
But it's just and also how I kind of what's your favorite scary movie? Come on.
Who hasn't? Yeah, I get you.
It's just so good. And then they even in that first scene where it's what is your favorite scary movie? And he's trivia her with all those classic scary movies. It already is setting itself up to be this is what we're making fun of.
Yeah, 100%. But I think I'm gonna call you out on your bullshit. I think you just love this because it's Skeet Ulrich. Billy. Yeah, exactly.
I do love him. Very much.
You sicko.
He's so attractive, okay?
I don't know, man.
He's still attractive to this day.
Got the crazy eyes.
Okay, but he's good looking. He aged well.
Not with the crazy eyes.
Oh, fuck off.
He kind of looks like a mouse.
I love him. If I was a teen in the 90s, his poster would have been on my wall.
Shaggy's in there.
Yeah, he is.
I'm blanking. Matthew Lillard.
Lillard?
I remember Lillard. It's an L.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember frickin' Randy's name. More iconic than fucking Shaggy.
Courtney Cox.
Oh yeah, Courtney Cox was in there. Mm-hmm. Monica, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
She was just as high strung in this movie. As
oh my god, she was the worst. Gail was the worst. But it's
her book and her
fucking shit. Oh, but I love it because it also the sequels. It is making fun of the fact that it's their fucking sequels and they run with that.
Right, Stab, and then Stab 3 is being released in the third one. Yeah,
or was it
the fourth one?
Was it the fourth one where it's it started and it just kept being the Stab movies? Yes. Oh my god, that was so good.
Yeah, then they hold the festival, or that one AV kid geek holds the little festival where they watch all the Stab movies.
Yeah, that's oh my god. It they continue to be able to play into and make fun of and point out these tropes in horror movies without it being so fucking cheesy. Even the fourth one, when it came back after so many years, was really good. I think the only one that was kind of lackluster was the third.
Do you think so? Mm-hmm. I liked the third. I liked the house and all the weird shit where it's the mansion has hidden passages and whatnot. Yeah. I thought that was dope.
Yeah. But even the worst one out of all of them is still really good and holds up.
I find the second one the least memorable. I can't really remember much.
She was in college?
Yeah. I really just remember Randy dying and being real pissed off about it.
Yeah. He dies kind of early on, too.
And they play his tape. No, they don't. They play it in the third one. Mm-hmm. They finally call her and it's oh yeah, we found Randy's fucking last will and testament.
Yeah, no. The second one was when it was,
college, and then Cotton was Cotton's mom. Or not Cotton's mom. Cotton was, being framed and whatever. Yeah, I remember. Or I remember, those details.
Some good shit, boy.
It's
alright. Just overall, it's a good movie. I like it. Not for the, actual horror aspect of it,
but just because of what it did.
Just for what it is.
For what it did for the genre.
Yeah.
I get you. So, there's only 2 movies left on my list.
Yeah.
You know one of them is your very wrong opinion.
Yep.
The other is what I like to think of as the modernized version of that.
Okay.
The Strangers.
Of course.
So Halloween is obviously my number 1.
Mm-hmm.
But where Halloween is the Babysitter Files, where it's just it started off the whole kill the babysitter thing.
Yeah.
The Strangers modernized it where it's and I hate that it was promoted as based on a true story. It was not.
It wasn't.
The motherfucker, the creator was just yeah, I had a dream where this lady came up, knocked on my door, asked if someone was here. I said no. And then I was what a spooky thing. And then I fucking wrote an entire story.
Just ran with it.
Yeah, that's cool. I respect that. Don't...
Yeah, I think I remember it being them promoting it as based on a true story, and everyone was oh my god, it was this couple that got killed and blah, blah, blah. And then it really was just just based on just random murders and serial killers. No shit, that's that. Of course, that shit happens in real life. That's not based. Yeah, that's not based on a true story. That's you're just taking real life and putting it into a movie. That's not.
Yeah. So the Strangers.
That's dumb, but it did very much work in their favor for freaking people out.
Yeah. Because it was a broadcasting too, or it was we interrupt this whatever.
Yeah, because I remember a lot of people being oh my god, this really happened, that's so scary, those people are out there because they didn't know who it is, they didn't get caught, and I'm just
that's kind of like any killer.
And be does anybody?
Yeah. So the Strangers, in my opinion, modern Michael Myers family.
Mm-hmm.
Where do I start?
With the Strangers?
It
was brilliant.
It was horrifying. When I saw that as a fucking kid, I gotta look up the year, because, I need to, give this what it's due, man. The Strangers, 2008, came out 11 years ago. How old was I? I was...
14.
12. What?
In 2008?
11 years ago? I'm 23.
So you're 13.
I'm 23.
You're 13.
It's 12. Probably 13. 12 going on 13. Whatever. Point is a
long while ago.
That movie made me so paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
I never let my phone go. I never keep my keys out of... I don't leave my keys anywhere anymore. I know they're always in the room. I refuse to not make sure that every door is locked. I get pissed off whenever somebody leaves a door unlocked. I hate windows. I hate that our house, the back, door has a huge window.
Yeah.
I hate when people leave that fucking window open because I'm just waiting for the man in the fucking potato sack mask to come and start banging on my thing. Dude, we got guns. Nothing, absolutely nothing will stop me from just annihilating any fucking thing I see outside this house because I am that paranoid from this movie. Michael Myers did not make me paranoid. There's a whole other reason why Halloween is number one. The Strangers is what fed this little monster of mine where I'm like, nope, I trust nothing and no one. I ain't doing shit. Mm-hmm. Guns, knives, hidden all over the place. I'm ready. This is warfare, man. You ain't taking me out. The way they played with them.
Yeah. Or they just fucked with them.
Like, non-stop. They killed the dude killed his best friend. What do? They write killer all over the windows. They, like, sling mud at the windows to freak him out just for noise's sake. They turn on their radio and, like, the music, so fucking eerie. Mm-hmm. I hated the music. I don't know where else to go. Like, it was just so much.
Yeah, I think, like, the best part was just the fact that there was no motive. It's just, why are you doing this? 'Cause you were home.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, that, like, it could happen to anybody. Like, it didn't have to be you, but, like, sucks you were wrong place, wrong time, so it did happen to you, was, like, the scariest aspect to it.
Yep.
Because it's just, like, shit happens. It's just, like...
In the worst way possible, shit happens.
Shit happens, and just, unfortunately, you were there. You were home.
Moral of the story, don't answer doors tonight. Always be packing something. Yeah. It doesn't have to be a gun.
Especially because they didn't even live there.
Yeah, it was his
like
dad's
it wasn't
cabin.
their house.
It was their family's cabin.
Yeah, like why would you answer the door?
I don't know, man. And just like the poster where it's like Liv Tyler standing out, and you see the mask.
Yeah.
In the shadows, and it's just like, nope. Maybe that's why I don't like the front room.
Yeah, probably not.
Because
it's nothing but like shadows.
Yeah, and I just imagine I'm just like, I'm ready, man. I can't stress it enough. I am so ready for something to happen at all times because of this stupid fucking movie. Ooh, getting like PTSD because of it.
Oh my god.
All right, so you're number 2.
My number 2 is Insidious.
All right. What's your number 1 then? I can't remember what. Yeah, I don't know if I've like made you.
Well, I'm about to ring it.
Okay. Yeah, Insidious. This movie freaks you out more than it freaks me out.
This movie scared the shit out of me. Like, the music, perfectly fucking terrifying. Like, oh my god. I cannot stress enough how terrifying the soundtrack is. Like, that, like, oh my god. Tiptoe Through the Tulips?
Oh, yeah.
Terrifying!
What's Tiny Tim?
Yeah, horrifying. A horrible movie. And, like, okay, so we live in Texas, and there's this, like, fucking plant, like, field every year in spring. It's called Texas Tulips. You can go and pick tulips. They posted on, like, Facebook or something that was like, come tiptoe through the tulips this spring. We're open from this time to this time. And I'm like, no. I was like, that song is terrifying, and now all I'm thinking about is fucking ghosts. I'm not going to pick your goddamn flowers.
I remember after I saw that movie, and after some of my friends had seen that movie, I played that song.
It's just that scene where that song plays isn't even the scariest part of that movie, but like that song,
it's associated with the hide and seek.
Exactly, and it's so terrifying to me. And like, I'm sure that the guy is like a lovely dude, and that song was probably really beautiful before it got ruined.
Well, he's in SpongeBob too, remember?
By putting it in this horrible, scary movie. But like, that voice, just the high. Oh my god, no.
It's funny though, because you like when you're like the scene isn't that scary. It's like you're right, because when Rosenbaum, that's her last name, but I can't remember the actress's name. But when she's taking out the trash,
yes,
and she looks in the window, and the little dude's just like doing the little jig.
Yeah.
Everybody laughed in the theater, and then she walked past the window, gone, and everybody's like, "Shit." You just heard the silence fall.
Yeah, because it's funny because, like, the fuck is this funny dancing to this song, but then it's, like, it gets real serious real fast, and it's really terrifying, and just thinking about it is really freaking me out. But, like, oh my god, it's such a terrifying movie. Like, the first time I saw it, I literally hid behind my hands the entire movie. Afterwards, my then boyfriend had to fucking tell me everything that happened because I was not paying attention at all. And to this day, I swear, if you put this movie on, I will still not watch all of it. I will still close my eyes towards the end because that shit freaks me out.
Yeah,
so bad. That red demon,
Darth Maul?
Yes, fucked me up. Do not like seeing him. I didn't fucking know he had hooves for feet.
Until when?
I don't, like, maybe 2 years ago? Because I always close my eyes at that part.
What the fuck? We've watched that movie plenty of times.
Yes, exactly. That movie freaks me the fuck out.
You just gotta dull your senses, bro.
I literally, like, I cannot, like, I know when all these things are going to happen, and, like, it took maybe, like, 2 years ago.
What parts did you cover your eyes when we started dating? Because
basically,
I'm pretty sure
the entire ending.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You made Lauren watch it.
Yeah, I did.
She's a chicken shit.
Yeah, and I, too, am a chicken shit.
Oh my god.
But, like, the entire ending, like, basically, once he gets to, like, the red door, where the demon is.
Once he goes to the further and fights the vampire-looking motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Basically, once he gets to there, I, like, completely closed my eyes. And I didn't know anything that happened until, like, maybe 2 years ago when I finally was like, I'm gonna watch, I'm gonna know what happens because I can't just not.
Does that mean, did you see the mannequins?
The fucking creepy-ass family?
Yeah.
Yes.
The ones that get shot?
The worst?
I agree.
Oh my god, it's so like, this entire movie is so terrifying. Like, it's horrible. All of it. Is that the one
where there's also the He's Got Your Baby? Or is that Insidious too?
I think that's the second one.
Okay. There's just so many demons.
Yes, and the further is just the most scariest place. And it's just so terrifying. And, like, I'm just like, you're just going to sleep. You're just doing something simple like going to sleep and
Dalton
all this scary shit. He was flying. He was astral projecting. And, like, that shit is terrifying. And I was listening to, and That's Why We Drink. It's another podcast where they do, like, ghost movie and true crime. And they were talking about fucking sleep paralysis. Because one of the girls that host it, she was telling the other girl before this that she finally, like, lucid dreamed. And was, like, flying and all this stuff. And this girl was like, oh, yeah, like, I used to... Like, one time I astral projected. And I was like, what the fuck? She was like, I lucid dreamed. And then I astral projected. And I was like, bitch, what? Like, I didn't... Like, that's a thing people fucking do? Like, why would you want to do that?
I think that feeds into whether or not you believe in, like, some kind of, like... For me, a force. For other people, psychic ability. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But, like, after seeing Insidious, like, I can't fathom anyone wanting to lucid dream.
I think that depends on, like, your strength of will. Because there's such, like, I assume it's easy to, like, lose. Since it takes, such focus.
Yeah, to get yourself to, like, lucid dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But, like, no. Like, any, like, that possibility of ever, like, fuck no. No.
Viewers, my magic trick to never being horrified of this film, I close doors in my head. Watch case closed. There's an animation where, kind of like My Hero does, like, the stats on heroes in between episodes. Or not in between, but, like, in the center of episodes. There's always, like, a little dun dun dun. And then there's, like, these giant, not iron doors, but, like, wood doors with, like, iron handles and shit. They close. They're, like, chamber doors. That is what I envision. So I do not have weird ass dreams or, get to in my head or whatever. I just keep closing. And once I'm asleep, I don't know, obviously, but I know the doors are closed. So nothing's getting in, nothing's getting out, except for my own demons.
Yeah, I just fall asleep. So.
See, that's your problem, man.
Yeah.
You're susceptible.
So. But, like, it's just like that movie truly terrifies me. It's great. Because it does truly terrify me.
This was the kickoff for James Wan.
Mm-hmm.
This was his first.
What a fucking kickoff, man. Because, oh boy. Horrible. And then the second one, also terrifying. Like, just fuck no. Just fuck no.
I see you're real shaken from this.
It's I can't emphasize enough how scary this movie is to me because it's truly terrifying.
My history with this. I also covered my eyes the entire first time. Then the second time, I said, you're not going to be a bitch about this. You're going to sit down and watch it. Then we started dating, and I watched a third time. And I was like, Well, now you're definitely not going to be a bitch about this. Nut up.
Yeah, no, I'm a bitch about it always.
And then I think we watched it another time because we didn't have anything else to watch, and we're like, why not watch a horror movie?
Because I like to torture myself.
And I
like to watch horror movies.
Dulled. It's a nice feeling to be dulled to a horror movie.
Nah, man, it still gets me every time. I think I could probably watch it like 50 times and it's still gonna scare me. The movie is truly terrifying.
Just gotta let it go, man.
Shut up.
I'm gonna play Tiptoe Through Tulips.
I'm gonna fight you, I swear to God. Like, you know how you say I can't wear a Michael Myers mask and try to scare you because you're gonna punch me in the face?
No, hold on. Before you say this is what you're locking in.
This is what I'm locking in. That is the equivalent. That song is terrifying.
So that's it.
That's it.
You can't say anything else.
Nope.
It can never.
That's it. I've made my bed and I'm lying in it.
If I can become the embodiment of darkness, I can be a shadow and spook you.
I mean, I prefer you not to, but like that song, it's truly terrifying. If you play it, I will not sleep.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Well, you want to switch movies now?
Yeah, because now I'm gonna think about it. I'm not going to sleep tonight.
Okay, that was your number 2, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So my number 1.
Clearly, your number 1 is Halloween.
Halloween. Boy, where do I start? Halloween was my first boogeyman in terms of dreams. You know, everybody's like boogeyman, this and that. Or if you're Mexican,
the
cucuy. Yeah. So Michael Myers was my boogeyman. And the reason Michael Myers was my boogeyman as a kid, I'm a pretty empathetic person. I find it easy to relate to people, to vibe with people, to just, connect. Michael Myers is the antithesis of that. That mask shows no emotion. You hear absolutely nothing from him. You get no response from him. You shoot him, he's like, You stab him, he's like, Other than that, all you hear is the of his fucking breathing. Like, he's the man that gives absolutely nothing. What an ass. Scream, you hit him, you don't get, you'll get screams. Oh, shit, I hit the desk. You get screams, you get, struggle, you see, legit human reaction. Even with Chucky, you set him on fire, he screams and gets angry about it. Mm-hmm. Freddy, he's a bitch. Don't not even touch on that. Jason, not scary. Why? Glorified zombie. Michael Myers, at least in Halloween 1, is just a man on a mission to kill. That's it. That's the long and short.
Yeah.
Horrifying. And I know Halloween 2018 is not on the list, but it is such a good follow-up to this. Yeah. Because, it's still, that entire movie focuses on exactly what freaks me out about him, and it's everybody tries to humanize him. Everybody just wants to hear him say something. Everybody just wants to hear him talk. Everybody's trying to get a reaction out of him. You can't. That was the entire point of the first movie.
That he is.
He just is.
Pure evil.
And he's just a fucking killing machine. And he's a killing machine with a sense of humor. Yeah. And weirdness.
But very slight, boundaries. Because he didn't kill that baby.
Yeah, but it's his only moral decision. Well, he didn't kill the Mexican woman either. He let them drive off. Yeah. But yeah.
So he does have a, I guess I won't kill you.
Because, the first one, he kills Bob, and then he dresses up as a ghost. And he puts on the glasses.
Over the sheet, yeah.
And he brings the beer. Then
he pays attention.
Right? He puts
the headstone?
Annie's body in front of the headstone. He shoves the blonde chick, whose name is escaping me, into a cupboard.
Yeah. I think it was a wardrobe.
Yeah. And then Bob is a fucking horror attraction where you walk and his body just flops out of a ceiling. Yeah. And it's Michael, what are you doing, man? What, you trying
just having some fun.
Right? And then you go to 2018.
And he covers the babysitter, the blonde girl.
With the sheet.
He ghosts them again.
He puts a pumpkin by her body in the fish tank that, if you watch it, it's not there in the beginning. He puts the pumpkin there.
Yeah, he purposely puts the pumpkin there.
The police, he cuts off the head and makes it a jack-o'-lantern, puts the flashlight, does the whole 9.
Just real flashy about it.
Where do you find the time to do this stuff? You know what I mean?
I mean, he has been locked away for a long time, so, he has to make up for it.
I get it.
You gotta put his little flair.
Right? But it's just such like weird little shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I would call it humorous so much as him just kind of like wanting a reaction, but with Oscar in the backyard when the lights are going on and off, and he's just coming ever closer, and he just slashes. Like,
I mean, I would say so because he could have easily just walked at him
and gutted him.
Yeah, but he was like, well, let me fuck with this guy a little bit.
Yeah. So I don't know, like all of that, like Michael Myers is the antithesis of emotion and empathy and things, and like that truly freaks me out. Like to like
just not.
Yeah, that sense of blank. I guess that means that, like, if I ever meet a sociopath, I'm never gonna, like, I won't know, but, like, you know what I mean? If I do find out or something, like, nope, I'm out there. I'm gone. Ghosting.
I don't know. I mean, I did put Halloween as my number 8.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Well, okay, what do you have to say about this? It's low for a reason for you, but I want you to explain, like, why. Is it the scare factor? Do you not, like... Is it something you can't relate to? You have nieces and nephews. You babysat. Yeah,
but, like, there's just so many... Like, I mean, it's on the list because I do appreciate, like, that it is one of the, like, OGs.
It's like after Psycho, it's like the only other original slasher.
Yeah, like, you can't... Like, I mean, you can't talk about horror, like, and where it is today without talking about Halloween. Like, it's one of those movies that, like, set everything up to be what it is. And especially, like, slashers and stuff. Because it is scary. Obviously, like, this man just coming around killing babysitters and all this shit. And, like, his lack of emotion and the fact that he will just not go down is really scary, but it's just like it's just not my like type of horror because I don't really like slasher movies in general. Like if I'm gonna watch a horror movie, it's gonna be like paranormal or something, because that's what's more scary to me.
You like it's because is it because you think there's like or you feel there's a sense of control with slashers?
Yeah.
And then there's none of that with like The Exorcism or Insidious.
Exactly, like it just is like that's it, bitch.
You know but what else just is? Michael fucking Myers.
Well, yeah, I mean, sure. But, like, not just, like, with Michael Myers, but, like, in general, like, other slasher movies, like Saw or whatever, like Jason, like, there is a way to get away from them or, like, you know, at least outsmart them for a second to, like, get yourself to a safe place. Like, Laurie did it, obviously, like, with the coat hanger when she is hiding in the closet, she stabbed him. Like,
truly brilliant, like, final girl. Like, the ultimate
final girl. Yeah, like, so the movie itself, like, Halloween did so much for the genre with, like, final girls and all this shit.
I feel like she ruined all other final girls, though, because, like, her and Sydney are, like...
the ultimates.
Yeah, because Laurie grabs, the hanger, you're right.
And, like, stabs him in the eye, like, long enough for him to be like, what the fuck? And her to, like, get out, you know?
The pin needle, or the knitting needle.
Mm-hmm. Like... There's just, like, it is, like, I appreciate it for what it is, but to me, it is not that terrifying, because, like, I know he is more than just a man, but ultimately he is, like, just a man, I guess.
There's a body to it.
Yeah, exactly, so it's, like, you can fucking cut him in two, like, then he'll die, you know, kind of thing. It's, like, there is something that could stop him.
To quote Loomis, Daisy, evil like that doesn't die.
Okay, shut up. No one tried to cut him in half, because that's inhumane, apparently.
Yeah, man. What the... Are we going back to, like, the 1800s?
I'm just saying,
okay?
To
4 horses and slap their asses?
This is my thing. Like, that's my thing. It's just, like, yes, like, that is a very extreme, like, who the fuck is gonna do that? But, like, it's a thing you could do.
I think the other part of that, now that you say it like that, though, is, like, how do you convince somebody, like, that kind of evil exists?
Yeah.
You know? How do you tell somebody, it's like, this boy that killed his sister 20-something years ago is just pure fucking dag nasty evil. Like, there is no redemption.
There's no human to him.
Yeah, like, you can't tell, like, people to look in his eyes and be like, what do you see? And it's like, because people don't function, not everybody functions the way, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, you know.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think out of all the, like, original, like, horror movies, like, or at least of, like, that time, like, Friday the 13th and like Nightmare on Elm Street, like that's
Craven versus Carpenter.
Yeah, like that's one of the better ones in my opinion. So like that's why it was on my list at all.
It's so, you make it sound like it's so honored at number 8.
I mean, because for me it is like it's not scary or anything, but it is like a classic that I'll watch like when it's October and I'm want to get in the Halloween spirit or something, you know?
I would hope so.
Like I would never like be like that movie shit, because it's not. It's still a good movie. It is scary and like I do genuinely like it.
Oh, he kills a dog actually. Now that I think about it, he kills a German Shepherd.
Okay.
Because like that's one of the things.
Just
that
randomly thinking that.
Yeah, cause, well, I was going down the kill list in my head, and he kills a fucking animal.
Yeah, but
anyway, you're number 1.
I feel like after that, my number 1's kind of a letdown, I guess. Or just like all that talking.
Probably because, like we said, it's the OG, it's the ultimate.
Okay, well, my number 1's The Ring.
The Ring.
Yes.
You have 2 Japanese converted films on this?
Okay, The Ring is very scary to me.
I've never seen it.
What?
I've never seen The Ring.
Jorge, what the fuck? I feel like you've told me this before, but like
I most certainly have told you this. The closest I've gotten to see The Ring is Scary Movie 3.
What the fuck, man?
You remember that?
The Scary Movie 3? Yeah, I remember
Scary Movie
that.
4, because Scary Movie 3 was Signs, wasn't it? Yeah, Scary Movie 3 was Signs. So maybe it was Scary Movie 4.
One of the scary movies.
Because there's the tripods. That's why I'm thinking about it.
The iPods?
No, the tripods. There are the iPods, and they're like on they're on the tripod, and they're shooting lasers.
Okay, we're both fucking right. Don't correct me.
Well, they're tripods.
Oh my god, shut up.
Like the ships, Daisy. Yeah, I think it's Scary Movie 4, because remember, she's calling, what's her name? What's Anna Faris's character's name? Cindy. Yeah, because like it's not Sydney, it's something like close to that. Yeah, and she's calling Cindy, and like
she's like, this bitch is getting my carpet wet.
Yeah. She starts beating her. So it's like that's the closest I've gotten to seeing.
No, I love it.
Even though it horrifies you, apparently.
I mean, apparently, I really like. I love the movies, like the scary movies, because they can scare me.
Here's the thing: don't watch the tape. Set it on fire. Throw it away. Do something. Like, no, I heard that.
But you don't know that you're watching it until you're watching it.
That's stupid.
You don't know, like, it's not a thing that is, like, commonly known for everybody. Like, that was the whole thing. You didn't fucking watch the movie. I don't know why I'm saying it. Like, you would have. But, like, that's the whole thing in the movie is that you, like, okay, it was a time of VHSs, obviously.
Obviously.
Like, it could be fucking marked as Barney. Like, you're not gonna know until you're watching it. And once you're watching it, like, you're like, what the fuck is this? And even if you just, like, you don't, like... they only ever watch it like all the way through in the movie, but like even if you didn't, like you're still gonna get that call. You're gonna die in 7 days.
Okay. Counter.
Okay.
Don't watch shit at home. Go to a theater.
Who the? What the fuck?
Just wait. Just give it a second. Wait till DVDs and Blu-rays. Hell, wait till streaming happens. You know, we weren't too far off.
They literally have that new fucking Rings movie where it's set in modern time.
Yeah, and people sent it out. That was okay, I didn't finish watching it, and I don't think you finished watching it.
No.
Yeah, people were sending it out. They were actively trying to get other people to watch it in order to, like, further their life.
Because that was the end of the original movie.
That's stupid.
That's how you live. You had to make another tape of the original tape and just put it back out into the world.
Can you not kill yourself?
I mean, I'm sure you could, but that's not a fucking something you want to do.
I don't know if I'd rather take a life of, like, a stranger, man. Like, what if I'm killing, like, the mother of
Yeah,
children?
but, like, you don't know.
That's the point.
That's the point. You don't know who, if anyone is even going to see it, but you, like,
Okay, so you're telling me you don't know if anyone's going to fucking see this tape, and it still is, like, you're good? You're out?
What do you mean?
So, like, you don't have to guarantee somebody sees it. You just have to make another
You can't
tape.
fucking just, like, bury it in a fucking chest.
No, go put it in a fucking Blockbuster. But, like, that's it? As long as you put it in that Blockbuster, you're free?
You have you're free as long as you make a tape. As long as you make a copy of the tape.
That's such a
Because then there's another one that someone could eventually find and watch, and then they're gonna die in 7 days.
That's such a stupid rule.
I mean, I guess.
That's like yeah, fuck it, man. I'll make fucking 30 tapes. I'll fucking guarantee my survival. I'll go put them all on fucking...
You don't need to make 30. You just need to make the one.
We'll, like, go to Blockbuster, get all the best hits, rent them real quick, come back, like, do that 1 day, 2 day rental, come back, bam. Just line them up with Ring movies.
Oh, my God.
I'm just saying, like...
Anyway.
I got problems with this.
It's just, okay, because it's just a good movie because you didn't fucking watch it, but you learn basically that Samara was adopted by this, like, doctor and his fucking wife, whatever. The wife realized that bitch was pure evil. Like, she came from an evil. That's why she was adopted. Or, like, put up for adoption, whatever the fuck. And then, like, they owned a farm, and, like, their like, horses were just fucking dying and all this fucking fucked up shit.
I do remember some of that.
Okay, so she just drowned her in the well. That was her solution.
I remember that as well.
And then sealed it off.
Huh.
And so, the main character, I can't fucking remember her name, but... like, she watched the fucking tape.
Clearly.
She got the call she's gonna die in 7 days, and then, like, her nephew or whatever the fuck child ended up accidentally watching it too, so now she's even more in a panic to try and figure out how to save them. And for whatever fucking reason, she makes a copy of the tape. I don't know, for scientific purposes.
As you do.
She figures out where the fuck this farm is and whatever, and not like any person, but like
anybody that watches horror.
Like most, like, I guess, logically speaking, she wasn't, like, out of her realm of thinking that, like, if she freed Samara's body, like, that shit would be over. Like, she just needs that piece to be, like, found and someone knows her story of, like, what happened to her and, like, her fucked upness and she was murdered.
It was Naomi Watts. Her name's Rachel. The main character.
Dope. Okay, so they go on the fucking farm.
Where's Rachel?
Stop. It's not Batman. And she fucking frees herself, and then instead of freeing her body and, like, that's it, everything's done, no more dying, because she made the copy of the tape, didn't realize that was the key to saving it. Her 7 days passed, she didn't die, she was like, oh my god, I fucking did it, I freed her body, she is not dead. And then the, like, love interest, the guy, he fucking dies. And then that's the power, like, that's when Samara has the power to, like, come out of the TV and actually kill you. Because before, she couldn't physically do anything to you.
I don't like any of this.
Okay, well, that, I don't know what to tell you.
This sounds super dated.
It
like,
is.
too of its time.
It is.
Not because of the VHS aspect. I just, like, you think about it, and then it's like, nah. I don't know.
Okay.
Like, it's just such a weird... I guess that's like... I don't know if I'm applying too much thought to it, where it's just like...
Yeah, maybe. I think so.
I'm overthinking the powers of this ghost. The Grudge makes more sense to me than this, in my opinion. A plague makes more sense than a demonic VHS tape. Or, like, a girl that's like, make fucking copies of my mixtape, or I'm coming for your ass.
Oh my god.
You know, like, it doesn't do much for me.
I don't know. I guess you...
I hear it scares, like, a lot of people.
It does.
But, like,
it did whenever. Like, it's a scary movie. Like, I like it, and
after you watched the movie,
the story of it.
When you saw the tape, because obviously you had to see the tape,
because it was part of the movie.
Yeah, were you like, I'm waiting for that call?
Yeah, because I was a child, so I was definitely like, oh my god, what if I fucking.
That's funny.
Yeah, especially because that sequel that came out, like Rings, that came out like not so long ago
with Leonard.
Yes, because it starts off with the fucking video.
Right.
And I'm just like, why would you show this to me? Like, I don't want to fucking see this. I don't want to die in 7 days. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yes, I had that flashback of like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. And it's a scary thing. And I think if, like, you, like, pulled up that fucking Ring video on, like, your laptop and just showed it to anybody, they'd be like, shut the fucking thing off. Because I would. I think it's just, like, something that everyone is, like, familiar with. And is, like, also, like, you know, you're rationally, you're like, nothing's gonna happen because this shit's a movie. But also, like, but I don't want to see that video because I don't want to get that phone call.
That's hilarious.
And I think that like, makes it a timeless, scary movie.
I think moral of the story, clearly, don't watch random things people try and show you.
Just don't do anything.
Unless it's a dog video. I'd watch dog videos. Ghost dogs can kill me, I guess. Sure. But that's about all I'm going to surrender myself to.
Okay.
The modernization of the ring, really fucking weird.
Yeah.
That everybody knows about the tape and whatever, and they're all doing like scientific research on it and like how to make it like work.
Trying to see how to save yourself.
Not even to save themselves, because they're all subjecting themselves to it. So it's like, what the fuck kind of weird science is this? But yeah, I get it. Kind of. It's a weird number 1 in my opinion. But you know, whatever. It's what spooks you. I get it.
Teach their own, man. To each their own.
I do think Insidious should have been your number 1. Going based off the passion.
Going based on how fucking terrifying I am?
But let's not talk about it, because I'd rather you sleep tonight. Because if you don't sleep tonight, I'm not going to sleep tonight. I hit the table again. God damn it. That's 2. I'm just like going to put my hands behind my back. Yeah. So we won't talk about that. I feel pretty fine after having talked about my demons and my boogeymen.
Okay, well, I don't, because I keep thinking about it,
So, I think we're going to call it here, then watch some Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, yeah, boy. Let's watch something lighthearted.
9-9. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks, guys.
You proud of yourself?
No. I scared myself.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Aw, poor Daisy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. This has been fun. I got to take care of my wife. This
is my own fault. Whatever.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.